Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Sorry it's been a bit of time between now and the last video, which was about 10 or 11 months ago. Life's been pretty busy with family and I've had a new job about 6 months ago, which has been taking up a lot of my time. And I just haven't had the time or motivation to edit and produce YouTube videos, so which is a bit time consuming. But my daughter really wants me to put some more YouTube videos up, so here we go. And I want to share. I've got more content to share, so why not? This video is about the X47R Hybrid Turbo installation. Hayden from the Fiesta ST Australia Facebook group helped me out with this one. Really knowledgeable guy, ex-Ford technician. It's amazing watching these guys pull a car apart like it's Lego and put it all back together again. They know exactly where every screw and bolt goes. Just really fun to watch them at work. Also on this video is the Mishimoto radiator and radiator hose pipes, and Mishimoto Race Thermostat was replaced behind the alternator. The engine mounts were replaced with PowerFlex Driver and Passenger side engine mount replacements. The crossover and downpipe were wrapped in heat-resistant tape and cloth. The spark plugs were replaced and gapped at 0.026 inch, which is the recommended gapping by Puma Speed. There are also one-step cooler plugs, and also the gaskets were replaced installing the turbo. Later on in the video, there's a picture of all of those gaskets that were bought through Whoosh Motorsports, the actual Ford parts. Often the gaskets are overlooked when replacing a stock or a hybrid turbo on the car, and unfortunately they just transfer the gaskets from one turbo to the other, and unfortunately these gaskets wear out over time and can cause leaks with the turbo, turbine failure, all sorts of things. So if you're doing one of these installations, I'd recommend replacing the gaskets at the same time. Also, just on a couple of other videos I've got coming up with some more content, got a comparison between the stock radiator and thermostat versus the Mishimoto radiator and thermostat, running uprated coolant. That's also been installed in the video you're about to see. I've also got a video on a Next-based dash cam installation. The cool thing about that is there's a front dash cam, but also a rear dash cam, which is really handy in case somebody hits you from behind. Touch wood, that's never happened, but it's really handy for track days, I find too, because you can see not only what's in front, but the cars behind you as well if you're filming. Speaking of track days, I've got a couple of track day videos. One cool one with a Mark 8 Fiesta ST that just showed up. This wasn't planned. He was quite an aggressive driver too, pretty better driver than I am, but yeah, just a really cool comparison between the X47R and the Mark 8 Fiesta ST, and just how powerful the X47R is in comparison. But still, the Mark 8's a fantastic car out of the box. It really is a great car, just straight out of the showroom. So anyway, that's a really cool video coming up. Also, earlier this year in 2023, I've had a M Factory LSD installed. I've got a video on full install of that with James from the Fiesta ST Australia group as well. Another very knowledgeable guy on these cars. We're very lucky in Southeast Queensland. We've got some really knowledgeable guys that are either on the Facebook groups or even other mechanics and technicians around that know a lot about these cars. So really, that's about it for me. I don't think there's too much other content I could share with the Fiesta. I've kind of done everything I can on this car without going absolutely crazy, without Vibrotechnic engine mounts or or adding coilovers or better tires or things that wear and tear. Really, I'm going to keep the car until somebody tells me I can't drive a petrol car anymore. But yeah, it's just been a brilliant car, and I don't think there's anything I can really do to improve the performance, the handling, or anything without spending more money and going crazy. It's already pretty much how I want it. So probably be focusing a bit more on golf content and cybersecurity content. I've been working in IT for about 30 years, so just really wanted to share some of that knowledge as well. Probably make a new YouTube channel about that. But as I say, this YouTube channel or any of the YouTube channels are not about clicks and likes. Subscribe to stay up to date with the content. But really, it's just about sharing knowledge, and hopefully somebody gets some knowledge out of it. It's quite amazing. The most viewed video of mine is by far and away probably about 30 times more views than any other video I've done is about replacing the gear oil on a Fiesta ST, and that's purely because I don't think there are many videos on that out there. So it's really cool. Hopefully that's helped some people who wanted to change the gear oil. So that's really what it's about. Anyway, guys, enjoy the content, enjoy the videos, and I'll catch you all soon. Here you can see that is Hayden taking the setting up the Mishimoto radiator. We've got the stock radiator off. Just zooming the camera in a bit, you can see some of the behind the radiator there. Also the crossover pipe's been removed. Stock turbo to come off as well shortly when we can get down there. There's a stock turbo. We've got to do the engine mounts as well, so that's the passenger side engine mount that'll come out shortly. We're doing the thermostat, which is behind the alternator, and there's a picture of the stock radiator about to go on. Okay, just an overview of what we did last night. We got the Mishimoto radiator installed. Hayden did a great job there. Definitely a two-man job, that one. New Mishimoto radiator hoses as well installed, drained all the coolant. While we were there, we also put in the Mishimoto Race Thermostat, which is in behind the alternator in there. When you remove the whole crash bar and everything to get to the radiator, definitely want to do that while you're there, because it's tough to get to that alternator. Also, while we were there, we did the PowerFlex Driver and Passenger side motor mounts. That's the driver's side, and the passenger side one is done. There it is there, the purple and yellow PowerFlex motor mounts. That should help the handling a little bit better and maybe reduce a few rattles and squeaks. You can see the cowl's been removed to get to the turbo. We've removed the downpipe and the stock turbo. There, drained all the oil as well. Here's the R Sport crossover pipe. Wrapped it in heat resistant tape. There's the stock turbo. Just need to remove the piping and tubing and the manifold and put it onto the X47R. And here's the Whoosh Motorsports downpipe.
Just about to put some heat resistant cloth wrap around that just to help stop some heat, help reduce the heat in the engine bay a bit more. Put the X47R in and fill it with oil and coolant and put it all back together and put the tune on, and away we go.
Here's a photo of the Mishimoto radiator and hose pipes installed. This is the downpipe wrapped in heat resistant cloth. You can see the metal bracing around it to hold the cloth in place. These are the gaskets from Wush Motorsports. These are actual genuine Ford parts. Take note of these part numbers if you're replacing the stock turbo or a hybrid turbo. That's the X47R with the turbo blanket as well installed. Still got to put the downpipe in and a few other things, and the crossover pipe. More to come soon, so stay tuned. I was going to do a 1-year review, but figured a few track videos might suffice, but stay tuned for more content coming soon.